welcome to the channel. My name's Godspeed. This is my new world, Utopia. I'm going to play in hardcore. And from here on out, expect the video quality to increase because this is a re-upload. If you want to watch the whole, just me recording and talking while I play, it's a separate video. This is going to be a more condensed version, so the quality kind of suffered whenever I was editing it. But regardless, you'll still get the same amount of info and stuff at like, you know, that video was 40 minutes long. That's way too long. I wanted to shorten it. So I'm just fixing my settings right now for the game because the textures kind of, whenever I first load into the worlds, whenever I have my actions and stuff enabled, it is a little finicky. So the add-ons that I'm putting onto the world is the uncrafting items. Gives me an uncrafting table so that I can get like resources back. And then the RPG skills, which is just mining, chopping down trees, farming, those sort of things. Super exciting. I've played a few different worlds before prior to this thing, so I know a little bit about it, but honestly, not too much. And uncrafting, I don't know, some items you aren't actually able to uncraft. So just start out normal stuff, chopping down wood, chopping down some trees, getting wood. See, I'm gaining that little bar up there, lumberjack, leveling up that skill. Every block I travel is leveling up explorer, which has different skills associated with it. So I'm just kind of debating at this point right here, what do I do? Because I had just lost a previous hardcore world, and it was just like, I need something new. I need something fresh. So I'm kind of just debating on where to go. And then as soon as I choose a direction, I'm kind of just running there for a good while exploring because I don't want to put down roots too soon because then if I start, building something and then I lose it, it's going to be ugh. Right now, if I die and lost the world, it would be fine because I mean, I would have time invested in it, but it's just not too much progress. So I just go, I collect a few things, I decide, you know what, this world, I am going to actually choose a class because the RPG skills, you can choose a class or you can choose to be unclassed, where you just don't have any certain boost to everything, but there's no limitations. If you choose a certain class, it'll disable certain skills or disable certain um, abilities altogether. The class I chose is um, I can't remember what it's called, but point is, it's like a combat one. So eventually, whenever I start training in combat, that'll help me out. The abilities that it prevents me from using is just more of like the magical stuff, like sorcery, things like that, which I mean are cool, but I'm fine without them because the benefits of it kind of outweigh those little effects. Especially since I made sure I didn't look too far into it. I was thinking hardcore world, I want to be able to do more damage. The main selling point from this was not only did it have the benefit of, you know, of lifesteal ability eventually. It's the first thing that you can unlock through fighting, um, where you enable it, and then for a few seconds, you damage you deal, like you get it back or whatever. That's boosted because of the class I choose. It also has some benefits to mining, making me mine faster and stuff because there's a haste ability. I wanted to do that and be able to utilize that. So yeah, I was very risky at the start where I was just exploring and then I found a village and I was like, let me fight this witch. And it just, oh man, such low health, such low health. I'm glad that it doesn't just get you all the way down. It just gets you to half hard, but still. I was like, am I going to have to restart a world? But point is, that was the main selling point. I'm not going to level up my combat for a good while because I want to avoid nighttime as much as possible. Avoid any of those bad things. I don't want to do any of that or deal with any of that. Um, oh, dang. Okay, so I mean, it's already 5 minutes into the video, but I will go back and I mean, I'll put a time card right in a few seconds. I'll put a time card so that you can, you know, a link or whatever. I'll figure it out so that you could watch the full unedited thing. Me just talking. My my dialogue might be a little stale, but you know, it's okay. Of the original footage, and then when I mention it initially, I'll put a time card as well or whatever, a link showing like, hey, click on this video or something like that for the original raw footage. Anyways, I'm traveling. Uh, leveling up the exploration ability. Eventually, you get Swift Step. Okay, as soon as I hit level 5, um, I'm able to double jump as well, which makes me go so much faster. I keep the saddle on my hotbar, and then I think maybe even a boat too, um, because once you get to a high enough level, Swift Step is something that you enable by right clicking by holding like a saddle or a boat, and it makes it to where you run swiftly. Whoa, crazy. It only lasts a few seconds, but you can upgrade it over time with your experience levels. So you have, you know, the experience associated to every skill that you like use of like that bar will fill up interacting with the world. Then you have that normal experience bar that just vanilla Minecraft has. Well, you can use those levels not only for enchanting, but you can invest them in your skills to level up the skills that all those or like abilities that the classes or skills have. I keep using different words, but I think you guys get the gist, you know? I can use those points to upgrade the abilities. Each ability can be upgraded like 5 times, and then some abilities are like permanently on, and others aren't. Right now, I realized, wait, these cauldrons. I forgot. I have my uncrafting thing, and I was wanting to figure out how to make it. I only need 8 ingots. I'm like halfway there, I think. Yeah, I have roughly enough to make 5 ingots. So I just need 3 more in order to craft the uncrafting table. And then once I do that, I can use that to convert those cauldrons into more ingots. It's so beneficial. It's so good. So I definitely need to like try and take advantage of those things as I can because all these things that I've added obviously, you know, prevent the game from being like completely just normal, but it gives it its own charm and it just gives me a little bit more comfort because I mean, I have a full-time job. I've always wanted to make Minecraft videos, but I had a bad laptop for like it was a decent. I paid a decent price for it, but it just man, I was not able to edit videos down or like the upload times were terrible, and I was working a decent amount of hours then, and then especially now my hours, 40 plus hours a week, I just don't have time. I recently bought this new PC. I don't really have necessarily more time, but I kind of do because now the videos they don't take as long to render out and things like that. The upload times way less. So I kind of just felt like this was the right time to be able to start making content. So I will do weekly uploads and I might even bump it up to bi-weekly episodes if I can make the videos fast enough. But I want each video to be, a decent amount of time of gameplay. Uh, the first 2 episodes are going to be more like much shorter. Um, this original one's like 40 minutes of gameplay that's kind of just been chopped down, and then second one is like 30 minutes of gameplay that I'm gonna chop down as well. Both of these videos I have like already made, but I realized later on I'm like, they kind of need to be shorter, so I'll edit them down and get that out to you guys so that it's a little bit more enjoyable, but just be aware the quality will be a little bit lower in the video. But I promise you, just stick through it. You're going to enjoy this journey that I make. Thank you for watching.